welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve full coverage using my foundations and the tricks that I use. I wanted to share this video with you guys because my skin is being very problematic right now. I have a lot of acne and a lot of acne scars and a lot of acne that's just like developing like under my skin. I used to struggle a lot with acne and I thought I was over the stage, but I guess I'm not. But I wanted to make this video to help out all my girls that have really oily skin like mine. I honestly think that wearing makeup really helps me because during the daytime when I'm not wearing makeup and my face is oily, I have the bad habit, I know it's really nasty, but I have the bad habit of just using my hands and just going like this and cleaning the oil off of my face with my hands, which is super bad because your hands have so much bacteria. Or sometimes I'll just use a tissue because it makes me feel so like greasy and nasty, and so I don't like feeling that way, so I just take it off with my hands. But wearing makeup, I can't touch my face. So I think makeup helps me because I don't touch my face and I clean it off at night and it gives me coverage. So that's why I keep wearing makeup even though I have acne breakouts, because I don't think that makes it worse or less. It makes it worse if you don't clean it, but if you clean yourself well, if you clean your makeup well, you be alright. So I wanted to share this for all of my oily girls and also for those who are struggling with acne. This is just what helps me out to get full coverage, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you liked it, and if you guys want to know how I get full coverage, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so to start off, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my face, and I'm using the Clinque Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I love this moisturizer because it is oil free, so for us oily girls, we don't want to add more oil, but it does give us a smooth canvas to place our foundation on. But before I place my foundation, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Magic Bloomy Light Infusing Primer. I'm using this as a primer because although my skin is already oily, this is not going to add more oil, it's just going to make us have a glow from within. It's the perfect primer to just wear or mix with foundation or just for a soft light illusion. Then to correct the areas that I want to correct, so the areas that I have pimples or scars or where I feel like I'm getting pimples and there's just redness, I'm just going to go ahead and use my MAC Select Cover Up in NC25. I'm just placing this in all the areas that I want to cover, and then I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Complexion Sponge to blend it out. The way that I blend it out is really particular. I am just patting it, kind of like I'm smacking myself in the face. But I'm doing this because I don't want to drag it or else it's just going to take off the coverage that I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat that on. And once that is all finished, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation. The foundation that I've been using lately is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. This is in the shade Buttermilk. I do have to go exchange it because it's way too rosy for me. But this is the foundation that I used when I was in high school. My cousin used this on me when I was like completely filled with breakouts all over my face. I did have cystic acne, so this was the foundation that I always use because it is oil free and it is full coverage, so you get that matte finish, and it also lasts a really long time, so I love this foundation. And then to buff that into my skin, I'm using my Morphe M439 brush. This is really, really important. I like using a brush when I want that full coverage because I feel like when I use a damp beauty blender or a damp Real Techniques sponge, I feel like some of the product kind of gets lost. I use a buffer brush. I really feel like the product is being distributed really evenly, so that's why I love using this brush when I want full coverage. And I'm also just dragging it onto my eyelids because I'm not using eyeshadow, so I just want my face to look like the same complexion all over. And I'm also dragging it down my neck because, like I said, this color is a bit too rosy. You can't see it on camera, but my nephew was in the room when I was filming and he's like, "Why do you look so pink?" I was like, you know, I'm glad you said that because I thought it was just me, but it's really rosy in person. Then moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my MAC Prolong Concealer in NC25, and then I'm just placing that under my eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my Real Techniques Complexion Sponge. That's all blended out, I'm going to go in with my ABH Cream Contour Kit to highlight and to contour. I've had this kit in my makeup collection for so long, but I just recently started picking it up. I use the lightest shade to highlight my under eyes and my forehead and the bridge of my nose. I do this especially now that I want full coverage because I feel like without this step, I don't get the coverage that I want. With the LA Girl Pro concealers, what I usually conceal with, I feel like they're so lightweight and not that full coverage compared to this cream contouring kit. So that's why I like using this a lot more. And also for the bronze shade that I use to contour my face, it is so much easier to blend out than the LA Girl Pro concealers. Don't get me wrong, I still love those concealers because they're so affordable, but this product is just so much easier to blend out. And usually when I blend out my LA Girl Pro concealers, I just have like a streak or just one line. But when I blend this out, you guys will see it looks so even, like if I put like powdered bronzer. I just really, really love this kit. So all I do is just bounce my Real Techniques complexion sponge on my face and where I place it. For the bronzer, I'm bouncing upwards and downwards, just to create that even bronze look. To contour my nose, I'm going to be using the Pierre Contour and Highlight Pro Palette, and I'm going to be using the center bronze shade just to contour my nose, and I'm just using an eyeshadow like blending brush just to kind of carve out my nose a bit more. And then I'm using my sponge just to kind of buff it in because it was looking a little hard. The camera randomly stopped recording when I wanted to bake my face, but I just used the Mercier translucent setting powder just to set my under eyes, kind of carve out my bronzer, but nothing big. Then going back in with the powdered contour kit, I'm just going to use that to set my cream contour. So I'm just using this Real Techniques big stippling brush to just really make my face more bronze, and I'm setting the cream that I used. And this is really important because it's going to make your foundation last so much longer. Then to highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and I'm using this shade, I forgot the name, but it's on the kit and I'll link it down below. I'm not going to be going in with highlight too much. I'm just going to be doing the tops of my cheeks. And this is because highlight really accentuates the texture of your skin. So if I was to go on heavy like I usually do, my problematic skin is going to look even more problematic. But I'm just going to place that on the tops of my cheeks. Then going in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, I'm going to be using a Real Techniques blush brush just to place this translucent powder all over my face. It really helps keep your face super matte, and it really controls your oil. So I really suggest all my oily girls out there to keep this in your makeup bag so you can just kind of blot. This can be like your blotting sheet, but I'm placing it all over my face so that it looks even and there's no harsh contour lines. Then going in with blush, I'm using the NYX blush in Soft Spoken, and I'm just placing this in between the highlight and the bronzer. And once the bronzer is up, I'm just going to go ahead, put my lashes on, put my lipstick on, which I'll link down below, and then that is the finish. That is the end of my routine.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something from my video about full coverage or about oily skin, whatever it may be. But thank you guys so much for watching. Whoa, I just spit everywhere. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!